confirm whether we have quorum, clerk. Sergeant at Arms, link the quorum by bell for 10 minutes.
Well, the prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, the House has not quorated to enable it to commence its business. If you're just joining us, is that this is a live broadcast streaming from the Senate chambers, Parliament buildings in Nairobi, a broadcast that is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in partnership with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. A warm welcome to you, and we are glad that you have managed to join us for these proceedings. Being a Wednesday morning, the senators this morning will be considering a number of motions. Being a Wednesday morning where the senators, as is the tradition, usually engage a cabinet secretary, this morning that particular business will not be there. However, there are a number of motions that, as the Senate convenes this morning, will be considering. As provided for in the House Standing Order number 39 and 40, at the commencement of the House sitting, there shall be at least 15 senators inside for the House to be deemed to have quorated. If that number is not present after the prayer and the chair, after the prayer is said and the chair taken, then that would mean that the House has not quorated for it to be able to commence its business, and therefore that particular quorum bell that is currently on. This is just to give room for the senators who may be within the precincts of Parliament to be able to at least hasten their steps and join their colleagues inside the chambers to be able to commence the business that is lined up for consideration this morning. That is the 9th day of July, the year 2025. And the business lined up for consideration this morning: a motion regarding the establishment of national teaching and referral hospitals in Kenya. This is a motion by the Honorable Senator Jones Mwaruma. This is a motion that seeks for the Senate to urge the Ministry of Health to establish national teaching and referral hospitals in the coast, eastern, northeastern, Nyanza, and western regions, and also fully equip the national teaching and referral hospitals with modern equipment, or rather modern medical equipment, medical supplies, and personnel. And this is a motion that will also bring on board the county governments, bearing in mind that health is a devolved function. That the county government allocates more funds to their respective health dockets to adequately facilitate their county level 5 hospitals and level 6 hospitals. And this is in order to enhance provision of critical health services, to reduce the demand for such services from the national teaching and referral hospitals currently available in the country. This is a motion that this morning is lined up for consideration among other business. In the country, there are 5 national teaching and referral hospitals, with the Kenyatta University Research and Teaching Hospital in Kiambu County, and Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret, Uasin Gishu County, being the only ones outside Nairobi County. The bed capacity, medical equipment, and human capital in these national teaching and referral hospitals are not sufficient to absorb all the patients seeking specialized treatment, and acknowledging that many Kenyans with critical health conditions travel long distances in order to access specialized services in Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret or Nairobi, where the other 4 national teaching and referral hospitals are based. This leads to high cost of travel, augmented disease, and in some cases, deaths along the way. So this motion that is lined up for consideration will be proposing some of the measures that the Minister of Health can at least put in place or adopt to at least reduce some of this suffering that Kenyans in the areas where there are no national teaching and referral hospitals, and which are well equipped with modern medical equipment and medical supplies and personnel, then tend to suffer. If you're just joining us, is that the House is about to commence its business. What you're seeing currently, that is the Senate chambers. The prayer has been said and the chair already taken. As you can see, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Kathuri Murungi, is presiding over this morning sitting and has already taken his position. The House requires at least 15 senators. This is the quorum that is needed in the House before the House commences its sitting. Time allocated for the sitting this morning is 9:30. So we are already 11 minutes past that time. And already there are members seated in the chambers. However, that quorum has not been achieved yet. And that has necessitated that particular quorum bell that is currently on. Of course, to give room for the members who may be within the precincts of Parliament or may be running late, at least to be able to hasten their steps and get to the chambers and join their colleagues, all in the effort to at least allow the House or enable the House attain that much needed quorum for the business to be able to commence. This morning also, the senators will be considering a motion with regards to the welfare of interns working under the Public Service Commission, commonly referred to as PSC. This is a motion that is moved by the Honorable Senator for Nandi, Honorable Samson Cherargei K. And this is a motion that seeks to at least urge the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service and Human Capital Development, in consultation with the Public Service Commission, review the guidelines to the Public Service Internship Program of October 2019 with a view to increase the stipend offered to interns to cushion them against the high cost of living, as well as put in place mechanisms to promote and reward innovation by interns. And you will understand that the Public Service Commission has provided internship opportunities to many youths in various government departments and agencies for a period of not exceeding 1 year, pursuant to guidelines on management of the Public Service Internship Program of October 2019. And since its inception, the internship program in Kenya has been instrumental in providing practical experience to graduates, enhanced employability, offered networking opportunities. Well, let's listen in to the speaker.
The quorum bell again for 10 more minutes.
Well, the quorum bell has been extended for another or a further 10 minutes, as provided for in the House Standing Order number 40, is that at the lapse of the first 10-minute quorum bell, if the quorum is not present, then the Speaker will direct that a further 10-minute quorum bell be rung That is what is currently underway. A further 10-minute quorum bell, of course, to at least give room for the members to quicken their steps and get to the chambers. We are seeing already a few members in the chambers. The Senator for Tana River, Danson Mungatana, the Senator for Nandi, Samson Cherarkei, the Senator for Nairobi, Edwin Sifuna, as well as the Senator for Marsabit, Honorable Mohammed Chute. Already some of the senators that we can see are in the chambers. Remember, we are looking at least 15 senators to be in the chambers for it to be deemed to have corrected and be given or pave way for it to commence its business. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order, Senator Miraj working in there, as well as the leader for the minority party, Honorable Stewart Mazayo, also making his way into the chamber. Remember, at the lapse of the second quorum bell, 10-minute quorum bell, if the quorum is not achieved, or if the quorum will not have been raised, then the Senate might be forced or will be forced, as provided for in the House Standing Orders, that it adjourns until the next sitting. So we shall be keeping tabs, of course, on the numbers of the senators present. Earlier on, we saw the majority leader, or the leader of the majority party, Honorable Aaron Cheriot, get to the chambers, being the first senators to get to the chambers this morning. Kitui Senator Honorable Enoch Wambua also has made his way into the chambers. This is the live proceedings of the Senate sitting this morning on the Wednesday, the 9th day of July, the year 2025. The House is about to commence its business. However, a quorum hitch has been faced, and therefore we have to wait for that quorum to be raised, at least 15 senators. The quorum, if not raised at the lapse of this second round of a 10-minute quorum bell, then the House may be adjourned until the next sitting. However, the business that is lined up for consideration, a number of motions by individual members before the second round of the quorum bell commenced. We were looking at a motion regarding the welfare of interns working under the Public Service Commission, a motion moved by the Nandi senator. And in moving the motion, the senator is backing up his argument with regards to internship opportunities limited in number, skewed in distribution across government departments and agencies, lack of clear pathway to permanent employment, have inadequate opportunities for skill development due to the short duration that they are offered, and that the stipend offered to PSC interns is insufficient, with an average stipend ranging from 15,000 to 30,000 per month, which is not sustainable, especially to interns living in major cities, Nairobi being one of them, Mombasa and Kisumu, where the cost of living is too high. And in this particular motion, the senator will be seeking the backing of the Senate members to resolve that the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service and Human Capital Development, in consultation with the Public Service Commission, review the guidelines to the Public Service Internship Program of October 2019, with a view to increase the stipend offered to interns to cushion them against the high cost of living, and also put in place mechanisms to promote and reward innovation by interns. If you're just joining us, is that the Senate is about to commence its business. The quorum bell is currently underway, being the second round over the 10-minute quorum bell. The first round has lapsed without the House managing to raise that quorum. So now we are at the second round over the 10-minute quorum bell. If it lapses and the House has not managed to raise that much needed quorum, then the House might be adjourned. Of course, we shall also be awaiting to hear from the Speaker on how he will be directing regarding that particular situation when the 10-minute quorum bell lapses and if the House has not raised the quorum. However, we understand that there are few members who have already made their way into the chambers. The number we are looking at is 15. So we believe that perhaps at the lapse of those extra 10 minutes, the House will have managed to raise that particular quorum. This morning, the motion by the Honorable Senator Joe Nyutu regarding implementation of an automated and decentralized certificate of good conduct system in Kenya is also part of the business that the senators this morning, if they manage or once they manage to raise that quorum and enable the House commence the sitting, then this is also one of the business among many other businesses lined up in the order paper for the business this morning that will be considered. This particular motion seeks to have the Senate resolve that the National Police Service Commission, in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, develop and implement an automated good conduct certification system that is designed to streamline the issuance, renewal, and verification of certificates of good conduct. Also, this particular motion will be seeing the Senate resolve that NPSC, in collaboration with the Ministry of Interior, incorporate advanced technologies such as biometric fingerprint recognition, data encryption, and secure communication protocols to ensure the accuracy of individuals' records. Also, establish decentralized service points and deploy mobile registration units across counties to enhance accessibility, especially in remote areas. And also scale up public awareness initiatives in rural areas on the application and renewal process for the certificate of good conduct. The quorum bell is underway. That is about 23 minutes past the time allocated for the sitting. Time allocated is 9:30 in the AM, but as you can see, it's now about 7 minutes or 6 minutes to 10, and the House is yet to raise the quorum. The second quorum bell has lapsed. We shall be waiting to hear from the Speaker on which direction the House will be taking, whether the quorum has been raised or the business might be adjourned, or which way the House will decide. We can see the leader of the majority party counting the numbers of the senators already present in the chambers. And of course, that would inform the decision that they will be making this morning, if the business will continue or adjourning. So allow me to let you in as the Speaker gives direction.
Honorable Senators, for lack of quorum to commence the sitting, unfortunately today we have not been able to achieve that. So, Honorable Senators, there being no quorum and having rang the bell pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 42, the Senate stands adjourned until later today, Wednesday, 9th July 2025 at 2:30 p.m.